folks, what's going on? It is Scott Schertzen alongside Mr. Kyle Krieger and also Mr. Brandon Kay. Apologies, I just got back from Yokohama yesterday. Yes, I am really jet lagged and it's really showing. But I got something really special for you guys today. I'm really excited by this. You guys already know this, but I got to experience my first time, not only in Japan, but my first time really experiencing Japanese baseball. And in 40 years of attending sporting events, starting way back in 1984 when the Mets lost 5-3 to the Atlanta Braves, I have been following baseball live my entire life. But nothing, and I do mean nothing, prepared me for how absolutely amazing Japanese baseball really is. And I showed you guys some of the videos, of the energy and the vibe. But I'm going to show you something that actually happened afterwards that I am 100% not prepared for. I was not prepared for. But before we get to that, gentlemen, how the heck are you guys?
Hanging in there.
Doing well. I mean, you've got me so hyped. I wish I was in Japan, so I'm kind of living vicariously and jealously over here.
Yeah. Well, think about this, because you guys have been following baseball for a long time in the United States. Now I want to point out that the tickets that I've got, which were 11 rows back on the first base side, cost about $42 US. Food was less expensive too, and yeah, it was just an amazing experience, but capped off by this.
I was gonna say $42 is just a drink around here,
dude. Really,
pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
You want to take a look at this?
Let's do it.
Of course.
Let me know if you guys can hear. So this apparently is pretty common during the summer. This is an event that they typically have after they win, sometimes after they lose. It is run by the MC, who also sings the national anthem as well. And here he comes. You guys see it okay?
Yeah.
I was going to say you might want to widescreen it.
Is that better?
Much better.
Takes a couple minutes to get going.
Stands are still filled.
Oh, yeah. Nobody left. Nobody leaves.
Fire.
What is he, a firebender?
No, I don't know what they're saying. I can understand some Japanese, but not when they sing. This is normal.
I like the guy's voice.
Oh, yeah, his voice is amazing. He apparently sings the national anthem, too.
Every game?
Pretty much, yeah. He did it for ours. They had a little bit of fire early on. I thought, oh, it's cool. This, I don't know. I wasn't prepared for this. trash talking the Hanshin Tigers, who actually ironically won that game in the top of the ninth. Scored 3 runs in the top of the ninth when they were down by 2 and 2 outs.
We have a face melting guitar solo.
Dude, I felt the heat from this. I actually felt it like burning my face a little bit.
Oh, like hibachi.
Yeah, it was
When
amazing.
they light Mount Fiji with the onions.
I don't know how much time they put in on this too. It's gonna be insane.
Also, like, where do they practice this beforehand?
I don't know. I guess on the field.
They actually
I mean,
let you in with
this is
actual
like-
full cameras. Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
This is also like
this was just my cell phone camera. Actually.
Ramstein level pyrotechnics here.
Yeah, this was just my cell phone as a kid. But
No, yeah, I would. That's awesome.
I know it's catchy too, isn't it?
It's like it's an opening theme song.
Maybe. I'm not even sure.
Oh shit.
That was pretty
Now,
cool.
That's the first 6 minutes.
It's Act 1.
It is. We're about a third of the way through this, sir. Now, I don't know what they're saying in this case here, but
No subtitles.
he's kind of the official, like, this guy's the official, like, mascot of the team, too.
Straight up emceeing it.
Yeah.
So, I think it's kind of awesome that they
I think some degree of trash talk there. Now the Baystars have had a rough season this year. They won the championship last year, but they're under 500 this year.
World Series hangover. So you would
Anthony
think?
Kay of the Mets put in a great performance. He went like 6 2/3 and gave up 1 run. But I'm sorry, actually no, he gave up no runs. Like 1 hit though, and they still blew his win. You know,
Man, sounds like DeGrom.
Oh, it's tough. Former Yankee Tyler Austin had 1 pinch hit walk and then is immediately left the first thing he's done for the night.
Yankee legend Tyler Austin.
Yeah. Just to go hit 2 home runs though, so. But the chance that they have on every pitch, every player, every situation, bases loaded, nobody out, they got a chant for it. First inning pitcher, left-handed pitcher. It's like, we got a lefty, we're gonna throw in a different chant here. Could you imagine like MLB actually doing this, even like once, let alone every game?
What's so interesting is watching this, and just like how we are in America with like the internet and attention span and all that stuff like that. We're just so distracted by Googleplex amount of things. Yet Japan has arguably better tech. I mean, it's not really arguable, but they have better technology than us. Yet
Better integration, you mean?
They still have this great balance between living in the moment, separating the reality of the moment with the internet and all that stuff. And there's a time for that, of course. But just like, yes, the phones are out, but like everyone's so locked in on what's going on. Like you said, nobody's left. I don't see a goddamn empty seat. I mean, it's not 4K quality shot, but you can barely
Thanks,
you can
God.
see there really doesn't seem to be an empty seat.
Yeah.
And it's just fascinating to see culture so, with such a first-hand experience that you had. Like I said, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Definitely seeing the good part.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, everywhere has their good parts and the bad parts, for the most part.
But what was nice about this is that, this passion, not even just this, but also the fact that they allow their opposing team to do their own chants. So imagine going to Fenway Park and the Boston Red Sox let the Yankees chant, have a musical chant for Aaron Judge. It would never happen here.
They throw pizza at you or something.
But I feel like that's just the underlying respect factor that a lot of these Asian cultures, like, hold at a higher value than we do, at least in the stateside.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, what really makes it impressive.
What it is.
Statistically, they're actually a happier culture. You've heard of the United Nations, right? They're a happier culture than the U.S. is. So, but they're just it's a hard-working culture. It's a harder working culture than it is here.
Yeah.
But they have outlets like this. They have outlets like basketball. I mean, basketball is really starting to take off over there. There's a passion for that. Even lacrosse. Met some dude from, basically on Sunday. He played lacrosse in high school. I talked to Gary about that. But
I think it's kind of crazy that they're letting that some of the fans here actually have like full on DSLR cameras.
Yeah,
you get that confiscated in the stadium here.
Dude, there was no metal detectors. We just walked straight through. Well, they looked at the backpack just to make sure there was nothing in there. But they're like, yeah, you're good, fine. And they were very polite about it. Thank you. We apologize for stopping you. But yeah,
little different than Philly.
Dude, elementary schools in the U.S. have metal detectors, for God's sake.
Well,
but here it's like, no, you're
different mentality.
For other, yeah.
But like I said, I was not prepared. It was cool enough seeing all the stuff that they would do and the fun activities and everything that they did to make it very family friendly and kid friendly. But this, totally different ball game. Yeah, I got about 5 minutes left, 6 minutes left. So there's Act 2. Act 3's are coming.
What was the food in the stadium like?
Spectacular. I mean, in a lot of cases, you can have like certain things like, if you want to do like bento boxes or squid or things like that, you can. Truth be told, I kind of had a cheeseburger and fries because it was just right there in front of me and the line was easy. And what was amazing, though, is that as soon as you order, the food's already there because you put in that order and someone on the other side has already gotten it. So by the time you walk from one side of the counter to the other, it's already there in front of you. No wait.
And that's even with a line?
Yeah. It's so hyper fast. And again, even that was like cheeseburger and fries was like $8 US. And then they have what's interesting about Japan is they have so many vending machines everywhere. Inside the stadium, outside the stadium, on the street. And these things are available. It's like $1.25 for a soda. I think actually, inside the stadium. Correct me. I'm sorry. A bottle of Coke Zero is $2 US.
Our vending machine is what, minimum $2.50?
Dude, a vending machine is
minimum, and that's cash, and that's not even without the ones that have the Apple Pay that charge you the fee.
And you know what's weird
That shit's
also
nuts.
is the beer girls that walk around with beer, they have it on tap. They have the entire keg on their shoulders. And they sit there and they will pour the tap for you right on the spot. Right? It was amazing. And again, it's like $5 or $6 US for a beer. And they sold that thing all the way through the ninth inning. No cutoff.
Mhm. Oh,
Wow. You
also
mean
there's so much
they can actually, wow.
public transportation.
Yeah.
Well, it's public. Yeah, like I said, it's like I guarantee you a good at least it's like 70% of the people at this stadium are taking the public transport home.
A lot of them, yeah. And
Yeah,
what's
you
funny
get
is a
on
lot of them
the mag train or whatever it is.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
So
And
you're
then
saying
you fucking boom.
Yeah.
exactly. So you're able to
250
sell.
miles an hour.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the reasons why you probably don't need a cutoff for beer,
Sure.
because you're walking or train riding or cabbing home.
They're
The funny
also
thing-
You're not
overall
driving yourself.
much more trustworthy.
The trains
Group
run
of-
every
group of
2 to
people.
10 minutes depending on the
Let them
time of day. And if a train is more than 5 minutes late, you can get a written apology from the train staff itself, excusing you for being late to your next location. So if you have a job interview and the train
You
makes
get a
5 minutes
permission
late, you have a
slip.
written apology to say, Conchita,
You get a
whatever.
doctor's note. You get a
NJ
conductor's
Transit would
note.
look at each other and then they would flip you off and laugh.
Dude, I know!
as you walk away.
I've had hour-long delays on trains, and they're like, yeah, so. But
Oh,
yeah,
Bro,
the wonderful
I've been
world of
stuck in
SEPTA.
tunnels. I've been stuck on track because cars have broken down. They
Yep.
don't give a flying rat's ass.
I drive an hour plus to work every bloody day
what's funny, though, about the
on
train
476.
What's funny about the train system, though, is that the trains are split. So if you get you have to sit in specific cars. But what'll happen is they will deviate in different directions. So your train will go in one spot, and then all of a sudden the train will go in 3 different ways, depending on which car you're in. So you got to make sure you're in the right car, or cars. But
So-
what happens,
so-
they're all
so
automated,
car-
so they just split off and go the wrong way.
So the cars can be together and then they break off.
They break off, yeah. So in this case, we had certain situations where, like, if you're going to Shibuya Station, please stay in this car. And then what happens is the color
can't even
changes from,
fathom
like, say,
this.
blue to red to brown. But what's interesting
my
also
brain.
is the train stops are not only by name but by number. So if you're in, say, like New York City, say 42nd Street would be basically B8, and then 33rd Street, the next stop would be B7. 23rd Street would be B6, 23rd Street, all the way down. So you can work off the numbers and not just the name of the train, which is immensely helpful. Because we took a train to Tokyo.
I'm sure
idea
you-
what it
They-
I'm sure you can clearly hear the announcements on the train if there are any.
They were a little. That was a little mid. I'll admit that one. And it wasn't.
Okay,
It wasn't
alright.
yeah, a little bit better, but not by much.
Wah, 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 wah.
All the peanuts, you know. But yeah, by the way,
Yeah.
peanuts is huge over there too. But
Oh, I bet. No, well, the thing is, SEPTA used to have that with like the R5, R6,
Mhm.
R7, etc. Then they decided, like, oh nope, this is the 8th Street Norristown line or
Mhm.
some other nonsense, and you're like, what does that mean?
yeah, when we took we went back from Yokohama to Tokyo Station yesterday. I did take basically a limousine or like a shuttle car service because it was a lot easier to try to navigate the train system. That was tough for me. I had a real hard time with that. I was very nervous. But yeah, as you can see, the entire crowd is still there. Nobody
Yeah,
left.
nobody's really leaving. Oh, there we go.
And this was a Wednesday night. This is a work night, I may add, too.
Well, like I said, the transport will get them home in time for bed.
Yeah.
I mean, are the weekends kind of the same deal here, where Friday, Saturday, like more popping, like that kind of is it the
It's
same
about
style?
the same. A lot of it depends on who's coming out. So the Hanshin Tigers are huge. The Chunichi
Setup.
Dragons that they played over the weekend, Chunichi's not as big, but they're still having massive turnout. And
Oh,
again, in
so
this case, they
I was
take.
gonna say it's kind of like when the Yankees come into town or something
Sure.
like that.
But,
You know that's common everywhere.
yeah.
You know what's crazy? Who knows? You could have seen the next Otani.
It's weird.
Potentially.
Well, Yamamoto came from the Dodgers, came from Baystars, I believe.
Yep. Yes, he did.
Tsutsugo could probably make his way over to the U.S. Like I said, Tyler Austin, Anthony K.
I was gonna say, hell, if you're a major league player, might as well and you're not doing too well in the majors, just go to Japan, stay there. You probably have a lot more fun.
Here's the weird thing. I was watching this from the perspective of, like, say, Tyler Austin. And like I said, Anthony K had a great performance. He was struggling with the Mets, but he had like a 1.54 ERA last year, and he's under 2 this year. So he's really cleaning up nicely. but it's kind of like you have this passion where they're singing in unison, chanting 40, 50,000, your name in part of a song. And it's like, do you really want to leave that for the MLB? And I can see both perspectives. I really could.
Oh yeah. It's like, yeah, I'm sure you're making more money in the majors, but you're probably having a lot more fun in the Japanese league.
Yeah, and like I said, all of the teams are like this. The Yomiuri Giants, Tigers, the Carp, Blue Wave. I mean, the Blue Wave were the team that Ichiro came from. But like I said, this is the kind of stuff. Now, to be a J League player is insane. Ichiro had talked about the fact that he was in full-time academy and he saw his childhood friends literally about 5 hours every year. So he never got to see them at all.
Yeah, it is a different beast for sure.
Yeah, but like I said, the results, like stuff like this, the passion and the energy, and a lot of it is because their work stress life is pretty high. Ironically, their suicide rate or the dear live rate is not as high. It was just a slight bit higher than it is in the United States. Very slight. Surprised me a little bit. But yeah, this kind of energy, this kind of passion. But also, nobody was talking on their cell phones. I didn't see that really ever for the most part. But yeah, no, I think it was a good. It was an amazing experience. Better than watching Premier League. It was like basically Premier League, but a more peaceful version of it. So. But any final thoughts?
That's awesome having like a post game show like that, because I think I know the majors I know the minor league teams have maybe not as like high production value, but they got fun stuff like that for the fans. But you don't really see that too much in the majors aside from just maybe like fireworks after a home run or something.
Yeah.
But
this is
or
routine,
like
man.
celebration. Like the last time there was like real celebrations on the field, I think it got a team disqualified because it left a crater in the outfield.
Yeah, how do they do this and not like damage the field? I'm not sure yet. Because I'll be honest, like I said, that fire, I felt the flames of that. The first time. I
bet.
Yeah. If you've ever been to a bonfire and you catch that that heat wave, I wasn't prepared for that either. I was so unprepared for this. The only thing I will say is that it was extremely hot. Going to Yokohama in August is really rough, and I don't recommend it.
What was the like average temp?
Real fuel was 110 US Fahrenheit.
Well, I was gonna say it's like you're on an island, but it's like it's tropical weather.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Yokohama.
We're going back, but not now.
Was it low or high humidity?
It was high humidity too.
And that's an island.
It was not a dry
island. Is not dry.
No. Yeah, no, it was a little rough. April, May, better. February is probably okay. Or if you head north to say like Hokkaido or something like that, where it's a little cooler. But this was kind of like, from a U.S. perspective, what North or South Carolina would be at this time, in August.
I was gonna say it's like Yokohama's around like southeast U.S. in terms of height, in terms of latitude.
Yeah, I mean Japan is about the size of the U.S. East Coast, so it's pretty close to similar there. And
pretty much.
But aside from the heat, which had a couple challenges here and there, the food was better. Like I said, the people were awesome. The air was cleaner. The grounds, there was no real garbage anywhere. General rule of thumb also, which is interesting, is there's very few garbage cans. Typically, you're expected to carry a plastic bag around with you to pick up not only your own garbage, but other people's garbage as you see it.
That's nice.
So I did a fair bit of that. It drove Robin crazy because she's like, "Why can't I find a garbage can?" It's like, they don't do that here.
BYO garbage can.
Yeah. But oh my god, it was, like I said, it was spectacular. Jet lag was a little rough on the way in, and even right now, I'm still feeling
13 hours.
Yeah, well, 13. I mean,
basically your internal clock is inversed.
It's a complete 180.
Usually what would happen is I'd fall asleep about 9:30 in Japan time, about 9:30, sleep to about.
But
1.
You wake up at like 2-3 in the morning.
I was awake for a couple hours. That's why sometimes you guys got messages from me in the middle of the night because I was awake. And Rob Manning is like, "Why are you up?" It's like, "Yes, I am."
It's like, do you not know where I am, sir?
My clock is fucked up, bro.
I'm not joking. U.S. men's national team has a friendly against South Korea this coming weekend. We have press access already. I did the press conference at like 3 o'clock in the morning over there. It was Eastern here. So I'm on a Zoom call in the bathroom so I don't wake up Robin, listening to this thing, not talking at all, but just listening in. But yeah, I was just a big anyway.
Imagine if you did it at like one of those special hotels.
Dude, I gotta. Like I said,
the
you talked about the technology. They're all little things. I mean, we talk about the toilets and
Yeah.
everything like that, the massage seats and all that. That's nice.
Ah.
But there's something that's interesting. Like I said, a lot of those vending machines have food in them as well. So one of the nice things about it is you take off the wrapper and it automatically heats itself.
Oh, that's
Because
nice.
the air automatically just warms it up, just the way the container is. Family Mart, 7-Eleven are leagues above what they are
Reacts.
here. Yes, dude, we had a lot at Family Mart.
Okay.
Basically 7-Eleven sushi is basically considered better than U.S. sushi. And Family Mart has the same vein, the same like Sev, but you get everything is just self-contained there. But oh Nelly, is there a lot of Otani promotions? I sent you some pictures. But
Oh,
Otani
absolutely.
is
Oh, I do not
everywhere.
doubt that. No, I do not doubt that. The Dodgers basically have a lock on Japanese advertising right now.
They are the Japangeles Dodgers.
Yeah, Sonia
It is what it is.
And it's like and there's so much collusion right now. Ugh, yuck.
That's a conversation in another arena, but yeah, it's like I said in this case.
God forbid a competent team stays competent.
Exactly, but yeah,
and that's coming from a Mets fan that has to potentially go through the Dodgers.
Yeah, like you did last year.
They're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Let's. How about the Rockies, the Pirates, the A's, those teams, the White Sox? But that's a whole nother discussion for another day. The Marlins.
Hey,
Marlins,
you're a Mets
Pirates.
fan who got Soto. Enjoy.
Yeah. But
hey, he
but
might
the
set his
Baystars
career
are my
high.
new team, though. I'm telling you that.
Home runs. You see him? He had another one just a few minutes
ago. He did. Yes, he did.
It's like 37 or whatever it is.
He's earning that $85 million a year or whatever. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not sure what Japanese payroll is, though. I should find that out.
That $85 million is probably an entire team.
Oh, could be, yeah.
At least,
or at least half the pyrotechnic budget. Remember, they do that. If they do that thing 40 times a year,
it's crazy.
Then again, fireworks might be a little cheaper there.
You know what's funny though? Actually, we got those tickets day of. We just showed up at the ticket gate, and I'm like, Cochita, and they're like, okay, it costs this much, done. And
cool.
I was under the impression that pretty much everything was money, it was cash only, but there's a lot more plastic there than I expected it to be, which made it a little easier.
Oh yeah. Local shops are cash, but most anything that's like a company or something like that, they're plastic.
Yeah, it made it easier. We had no fees on it anyway, so like, all right, we're just gonna run the card and save the money for when we need it.
It's just great conversion rate, if anything.
But all right, guys, that's about it at this point. Like I said, I'm still feeling the effects. You can hear it in the voice still a little bit. Any final thoughts?
You go get some sleep.
Yeah. Yosumi nasai.
Konbanwa.
Yeah. So, Brandon, anything else? Cool. All right. So that is Japanese Baystar, DeNA Baystars fireworks show. I'm Scott, alongside Kyle, alongside Brandon. Thanks as always. Like, comment, subscribe. You know all the routine on that. Stream Punk Reacts. We're more than just CPAC Tackroff. Anyway, until next time, take care and stay awesome.